Hey guys, and welcome back to our channel. Baby Amber is here, as you would know from our Instagram posts, and if you saw the description in our last YouTube video. She was born yesterday, 4th of April, just before 1 AM. However, she was born in hospital rather than at home. If you guys kind of watched our pregnancy journey, you would have known that we had mainly planned for a home birth, although we were very open to kind of going as things went, thank goodness, because we had to go with the flow. We didn't get our home birth. We ended up going into hospital quite early on in labour. We don't really want to dwell on that right now, even though Carys will say, and you know, we went through quite a lot, but Carys will say she had a really positive experience and she felt really safe the whole time, and she wouldn't have necessarily changed anything about her birth. She was really happy, really comfortable, and so it definitely wasn't a negative labour or birth experience. But we thought we didn't get to vlog much, if any at all actually, which is why there hasn't been a labour and birth vlog. Going into hospital, the rules completely change on recording and stuff, so that hasn't gone up before this. And rather than, and I'm sure in the future we'll do like a birth story and stuff, but we thought for now we could kind of just focus on bringing Amber home, meeting Amber, and all the exciting stuff like that. So Carys is in hospital, and she will be in hospital probably for 2 or 3 days. I can go in for 2 hours a day. So I left yesterday morning, and it's now the next morning, and I'm really excited to go back in. She sent me a list of stuff to take. I'm sure they're used to in the recovery suite. Yes, Mila's back with me. She was with my parents when we were in hospital, but I wanted some company back at home. She's a bit confused where Carys is, bless her, but she's been a great little friend, haven't you? Yeah, she can't wait to meet Amber and Carys, and have Carys home either. So, I've got loads of stuff to take in, rucksack full of snacks and crosswords and stuff. Not that Carys is going to be bored at all. We have like a pillow and clothes for both Carys and Amber, and then a nursing pillow as well. I'm sure Carys will talk to you when she's in, but she has been amazing throughout everything, and I just couldn't be more proud, and she's doing amazing now. Without me there, she's just been so strong and so awesome. And yeah, let's just go in and meet them.
Hey guys, so I'm currently chilling in hospital. I don't really know where to start. I'm just gonna take my glasses off because it won't focus otherwise. Don't even know where to start with this because I think by now we will have done a birth story and everything, so you guys will know that the birth plan didn't quite go to plan. Oh, my camera is already running out of battery, so I'll be quick, but hopefully you've heard the birth story plan by now. Me and Amber, baby Amber, oh my goodness, she's so cute. We're chilling in hospital. We have been here for a day and a half, and we're hoping to be discharged today, but it's not super likely. On the first day they wanted to keep me in for 3 days for checking, because in case you missed the birth plan story, I did have preeclampsia that literally developed as I was going into labour. So we got rushed into hospital in an ambulance. Everything went differently to how we planned, but it was the most amazing experience still. And yeah, I'm just making sure that the preeclampsia is completely gone because it's very dangerous and it can stay around for quite a while. So anyway, I'm being monitored and checked and treated in hospital at the moment. But the hardest thing of all of this is not having James, and I know he's heartbroken, I'm heartbroken, Amber's heartbroken, and we just really want to be together as a family. But yeah, I'm doing really well. I feel really good. I feel still like a swollen potato, but slightly less like a swollen potato, like a swollen new potato rather than a swollen jacket potato, you know? I feel great. Amber's doing amazing. She is such a golden girl. Honestly, she's just been unreal. Couldn't ask for a better puppy, You are so special. So we're just establishing breastfeeding, learning to change and everything, and James was able to come for 2 hours earlier to visit, and we did just, yeah, loads of skin on skin, and I just had a really nice time together. James has been unreal this whole process. I literally cannot cope with how amazing he's been. in so many different ways, and he's just the most amazing dad. Like, I can't wait for you guys to see him as a dad to baby girl. He's so amazing, and yeah, I'm currently at a ward with lots of people, so I probably shouldn't do too much vlogging because they're probably wondering who I'm talking to. But yeah, I'm doing good, baby girl's doing good, and we're just really hoping that we get the sign off to go home today. We're on our way home.
So excited to go home.
I know, we finally got discharged. What's the time actually? Yeah, it's 9:30. I'm just so grateful because originally, like I said, I was meant to be in 2 more days, but everything went well, and they're just gonna track me with the community midwives and everything like that, and I've got some like some injection things, which if I was able to do them myself in my stomach, they were allowing me to send me home. So I was a very brave girl and did my stomach injections to show that I could go home, and put this one in her crib, and she's been good as gold. She's happy as Larry.
She seems so good back there.
Yeah, she's gripping onto my thumb.
Weird. I've never been so anxious driving.
You're driving very safely, well done.
But I always drive safely, Carys.
Uber safe. You having fun? Yeah. That dummy's the most terrifying thing.
It is quite strange.
Yeah. She doesn't even really need it, so I don't know why I put it in. Oh.
Isn't it?
Now you want it. Yeah, in her little amber sleepy head. We are home! James is cleaning!
How amazing! That was so much quicker than we expected.
Oh, so grateful.
So quick and back. We did absolutely no vlogging.
No, I know.
Okay.
Literally. We were like, well, vlogger coming home vlog. We're home. Yes, so I was, gave birth on the Sunday morning at 1 AM. And then they were counting it from the Sunday morning at like 8 AM from when I was going to be sort of counted how many days. And they were predicting about 3 days that I would need to stay in hospital. Honestly, I cannot remember what I explained in hospital, but in case I didn't say it and you missed the birth vlog sort of story time, the birth just didn't go as we planned. I did have preeclampsia, so that's what I was being treated for in hospital. So baby was absolutely perfect, all fine. She did have 24 hours of observations, didn't she?
Just for safety, yeah.
She had 24 hours of observations. She did a little poopy inside mummy.
I love how a number of times people have told us the medical term and we can't remember, so we still say poopy and mummy.
Meconium, that's the one. Hey. We only just realised, by the way, that she, the midwife's just been, and we just got told that she doesn't need a hat. So in case any of you were commenting previously about the fact she's had a hat on for like 5 days straight. But she looks cute though.
She's only two
yeah,
days
she's
old.
literally 40 hours old. So yes, I was going to be treated, I've been being treated for that in hospital. Luckily, all the observations and everything, perfect for her after 24 hours. And they were really going down well for me after 24 hours as well. So now I've just got my medications, which I can take at home. And I've got like a stomach injection thing, which if I was able to show that I could do that, I was able to go home and stuff. So yeah, we got I keep saying dispatched, but it's not the right word, is it?
Yeah, discharged.
Discharged last night, and yeah, that was the clip of us coming home. She was good as gold in her car seat. We've got the scariest dummy on the planet. I don't know, you know, what is with this dummy and who invented it, but it's got like, actually we were gonna start calling it a binky, weren't we? Because we don't like the word dummy. It's a bit, dummy sounds a bit.
Well, see, this is her
dummy.
breastfeeding dummy. So this is what you're meant to give them when they're breastfeeding, and then you change to a
orthopedic? Orthodontic.
Well, after they've established breastfeeding.
Yeah. So yes, there's.
To be honest, she's not that keen. Like, she likes it sometimes, but she never sleeps with it or anything.
It's nice. She seems to have a good balance of like. She uses it a bit for comforting because she's very, like, right from when we used to have the scans, always has her hands up by her face, doesn't she? And she's been like that as soon as she's come out. Obviously, we're swaddling her, which she really likes as well, which keeps her hands down, stop them having their reflexes and waking themselves up. But when her hands are free, she loves putting them by her face. And I think well, we know it's better for them to not suck her thumb and to have comfort from.
They say now that having binkies reduces SIDS and stuff, which is pretty amazing.
Lots of positive.
The research is really now good, and there's no real negative as long as you choose the right binky. There's no real negative.
In the past, it's been like, oh, dummy.
Yeah, it's been a real taboo thing, isn't it? But now it's only positive.
We
as long
thought
as you
it was
choose the right binky. We went into it thinking no binkies, no dummies.
No, but then we did that course, and they were like just giving us statistics and being like, it's a positive. So anyway, every baby's different. You could give it one, and she might, you know, just completely reject it and not want it. So. I know, she's got a little hospital band.
The midwife just came, so the midwife who was with Carys throughout pregnancy just came to do the initial checkups.
Yeah, it was very cute. She passed all her checkups, doing very well. And yes, are you giving us a little smile? Oh, no. And her little bits of hair as well. That's exactly what we saw on the scan, wasn't it? Your little fluffy hair.
Carys is so smitten with Amber, so am I obviously. Let's just probably the vlog will just turn into just Amber's face.
Yeah, I know. Guys, I just can't stop showing her.
It's almost time for another session of breastfeeding, isn't it?
Okay, Daddy, I will. Yeah, she's feeding really well as well. See, my heart literally melts when she like pulls her little face in. She's like. And yeah, I was just going to mention about this. We know this isn't safe sleeping. This is all checked over by the midwife, all fine to be with us when we're in, you know, we're literally looking at her every 2 minutes. She's absolutely fine.
I'm sure we would have said it in a previous vlog, but I think it would just be, we just want to say to like be considerate before commenting, because we do a lot of research and stuff before we do things. And just if you do think that there's something that would be handy to let us know, just kind of making sure it's down in a nice way. Yeah. You know, and kind of read your comment back to make sure that it is kind of put in a positive way.
That you'd say it to a friend.
That you'd say it to a friend.
Rather than being like, you want to harm your baby while you're doing this.
Yeah, and I think it's so easy online to write something that seems nice, but then using certain terminology, like you should do this, or that's, you know, like it sounds quite negative and quite...
Yeah, when we do literally research everything, and also I literally text my midwife about everything, we get everything checked over by the midwife and everything like that. So there's lots and lots of conflicting information. And so we're making our own decisions and just being okay with them, aren't we?
And things change literally year on year. So like we said, in the past, dummies had a really bad rep, where now they're kind of really positive. So
exactly, they're changing all the time. Yeah. We obviously love any feedback that's good. You guys literally give us and help us make so many decisions in life, which we love. But also with this new journey, we are making decisions, aren't we? And just being happy with them. And we can't stop staring at her.
Hello.
Hey. I know, we're like, oh, why won't she sleep? And then she sleeps and we're like, hi.
Hi, we're bored.
It's like she's asleep. Leave her alone.
So we can come and have fun.
Leave her alone. No. Leave her alone. Okay, bye. No, I'm not going anywhere. Joking. So, in terms of me and how I'm feeling, I thought I would do a little bit of a chat about that. James has just hopped in the shower. So I'm still wearing my bodycons. They're just the best thing to wear. And I know it's hard to see because the dressed as a bit dark, but I thought I would give you like a mini bump update. So obviously it has gone down a lot. I miss my humongous bump already. But also, yeah, it's funny. It's like a little bowl full of jelly. Just chilling there with absolutely nothing in it. I've been having a little bit of stomach cramps as the uterus sort of contracts back to its original size. So yeah, basically, I don't know what's gonna happen with my body and what journey it's gonna take me on, but I'm incredibly proud and amazed by the female body in general. I think pregnancy does that to you on another level. And opens your eyes to just the ridiculously amazingness of the human body. Like, what? This angel actually came out of me. This angel was in my belly. I wooed you. So yeah, I feel good in myself. So it's been like, I don't know how many hours it's been now since I gave birth, but I had a tiny tear from the birth, which I'm sure we will have gone over in the birth story and everything in detail, but had a tiny tear. That's feeling great. That's feeling fantastic. The midwife checked over the tear when she came and she said it was all healing absolutely fine. She couldn't even see the dissolvable stitches that were there. She was like, did you even have a tear? So I was like, that's good. That's healing well. All healing good. Are you yawning? Are you yawning? Oh, yeah, you're ready for a feed in a minute. So yes, I'm feeling good. I'm able to sit down like on normal chairs and sort of everything like that. I just feel really good in myself. Obviously, we've only had one proper night, which was last night, home with her, sleeping and stuff. So I'm sure, obviously, the tiredness and all of that will kick in, and they're quite just sleepy and calm as newborns, and then they get a bit more into more of a routine, and it can sort of flare up a little bit in terms of kind of just making sure she doesn't cry. Yeah, we're gonna have a feed in a minute, in like 10 minutes. It's gonna be feedy time. Yeah, that was all. I feel all great at the moment, but I'm sure that'll change day on day, and all our tiredness and everything will change day on day. But last night's sleep was really good as well. James was absolutely phenomenal. Like, he could not want to help more. Every time she cried, obviously we, from our course, we learned to kind of like pause, because a lot of the time they'll like let out one cry and actually it'll just be something from their dream or something like that, and then they'll just go back to sleep. So we were like doing our little things that we learned on the course, like listen out. We were doing the white noise for a bit and just different things that settled her. But yeah, she woke up at good amounts of time. We fed like every 3 hours. A bit shorter actually. We put our alarms on for like 3 hours because they say, you know, feed around 3 to 4 hours with a newborn. But yeah, I mean, all the rules and stuff are so different, but we're just going by what they told us in the hospital at the moment. And obviously we're seeing the midwife today. We're seeing like a breastfeeding team tomorrow, and then there's loads of different people that we're going to be seeing. So we'll make sure we keep up with everything that they're telling us and all of that. But yeah, she was good as gold. But James was like pinging up every time that I needed to feed. He was like getting her out of the snooze pod, because it's just a little bit difficult with the snooze pod by the side of the bed, like having to creep around and get her out myself. So he was like getting her out, and then he was like changing her nappy when it needed changing, passing her to me, seeing if she was latched correctly. Honestly, I just don't know how I got so lucky with James, guys. He's just so sweet and so supportive. Makes me emotional. I'm just emotional. Baby emotions, hormones. So yes, it was all good last night. And hopefully we'll keep learning and keep learning more about her and what she likes and what her routine is and her sort of, yeah, vibes are as a baby. There was one more thing I wanted to update you on, but I can't remember. But that cherry blossom, it's completely off topic now, not about babies anymore. The cherry blossom is blooming. Look at that. Yay. It only blooms for such a short period of the year, but it's going to look so sweet with like the new, because last year when it bloomed, obviously we had a completely different kitchen layout and not the picture window, so the picture window just perfectly frames the blooming blossom. And then we've got the rest of the garden is blooming as well, which is really nice because I've just been waiting for this massive tree here in the corner. I love it when it all blooms and it just really frames the garden. So yes, the weather's gorgeous, Amber's gorgeous, we're all gorgeous here, aren't we, baby girl? We are. Oh, breastfeeding, that's what I was going to say. And breastfeeding's going well as well. My nipples are sore, I'm not gonna lie, like I've literally nearly used a whole bottle of the the nipple cream, which everyone goes on about, which, oh, I have it in my pocket in case anyone doesn't know about it and they're looking for one. Everyone talks about this. I'm using it, it's fantastic. Yeah, my nipples are really sore, but she checked my latch today and she was like, it's absolutely perfect. I think it's just general nipple soreness. Your nipples are not used to being plucked at every few hours, so of course they're going to be sore for a little while, so I'm just trying to like bite through that, and I really like want to keep getting the latch checked and keep checking everything's okay with that. So we've got the breastfeeding team coming over tomorrow and they'll like check through her latch and show me different positions and show me different things like that can work well. So yeah, that's all going well as well. Obviously it's still very early days. I know everything will probably change. And again, it'll probably be like the end of pregnancy. It's going to be like an up and down roller coaster from now. But yeah, I feel like I haven't spoken to you guys in so long because there's been this gap where obviously we had the birth and then so much just went differently to how we thought it was going to go. So we've been in hospital and like, it was just, even the sort of sharing what happened and everything went completely differently to how I thought it was going to go. So I feel like I have so much to tell you and so much to talk about. But yeah, I have kind of just rambled now for a little bit. So I think I've shared most of the things. And also my swelling's gone down a little bit. Like I still do feel swollen, but honestly, like I feel swollen, but obviously I have just gained weight during pregnancy, particularly towards the end. So I'm sure, you know, my newfound extra chin is here to stay. But in terms of like just swelling in general, I wonder if you guys noticed, but the midwife even said herself, like a lot of my swelling has gone. And again, with the preeclampsia, I obviously was extremely swollen towards the end. That was one of the symptoms. But the actual preeclampsia sort of really dangerous parts came on as I was going into labour. So it was very difficult to catch it before. But yeah, the swellings a lot of that would have been to do with that. And the sort of cure for preeclampsia is the placenta coming out. So as soon as that comes out, your symptoms reduce and things do get better, but it can stick around for quite a while, which is why I'm obviously on all the medication now to make sure that it doesn't stick around, because preeclampsia is complicated and I still don't really understand it, but the dangerous part can be seizures and fits and all that sort of stuff. So obviously do not want anything like that. So staying on top of all of that. Anyway, I've definitely rambled for like a million years. So I hope I managed to tell you most of the updates that I wanted to give you. So I'm just sat giving her a little feed. I just thought I would show you the rugby ball position feed. I've just popped that cloth there so it's not so revealing. But yeah, this was one of the best things about being in hospital was that midwife that taught me this. Yeah. And I would say if you do have to spend any time in the hospital after giving birth, really try and make the most of the midwives and people that are there, because they're so knowledgeable and you're so like, what is this new baby? How do I do this? And if you feel like you want to sort of look like you're doing a good job and that you know what you're doing and you don't want to ask questions and stuff, but they want to be there to help. And there was a woman that was so like into breastfeeding. She ran like loads of breastfeeding support groups and she was going through all the positions with me and she was like, you're a big busted gal, you got to do the rugby ball one, because basically she's by my side as if like I'm holding a rugby ball, which is why it's called that. And it's just really good if you've got bigger boobs, getting them underneath and sort of cradling them in the normal breastfeeding position is just doesn't work very well, and it's just not. With your bump still there. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. It just recipe for disaster, really. So
yeah, I was going to say also, I think what was really positive about you staying in some ways was that you've become so confident. And I remember before Amber was here, you were like, oh, I don't know how I'm going to feel, James, about you leaving and me having to look after the baby on my own.
That's true.
And you just had to do it. And I don't know whether, even if we had a home birth and didn't go in, you would have felt that way anyway, because maybe instincts kick in.
I don't think so. I think
you're
you're right.
so amazing, and like...
I honestly think you're right.
You're so good with her. Like,
because
I always knew you would be.
I remember when you were leaving the hospital, and I was like... You'd learnt to dress her first, you'd learnt to do her nappy first, because I'd been
get up,
epiduraled, so I was literally just couldn't move.
It up.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, how am I going to do this when James leaves? And I do think I do think if I'd had a home birth, I'd be the same. I'd be like, because you kind of just get used to what you know, which would have been us right from the beginning. And I'm not a very good person at like taking those steps to be more independent, whereas you kind of are naturally like that, more as a human.
Well, I'm really confident with her already. I still think I know I'm quite good at comforting her, but then if like it doesn't work after a while, I'm like, Carys.
Yeah.
Because I know like she's just so much more used to you
now,
because of the fact you've been in, and you have more skin on skin because of breastfeeding and stuff, and that's completely natural and normal.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm so proud
James
of you.
Is amazing.
Carys has been
her.
incredible. Like just so amazing. I'm sure like in the birth vlog and stuff you would have heard all about it, but even like since, and just I can't believe how well you've adapted.
So
you're just amazing. But you must feel it. You must feel so good within yourself. Like you've just been just awesome.
I think at the beginning, like when they first come out, you're literally like, what is this tiny thing? Like it's just like sounds silly, but it's a stranger to you, and you're like, how am I going to look after you? But you hear people talk about like instincts and mother, you just kind of get used to it, and it's your baby, and it literally is you're looking at it, and you learn every single little cue and every single little thing, and you feel confident picking it up, even though you know you're like, oh, its head is so fragile. It's like, you know it, you know how it likes to be picked up, you know how it likes to be cuddled, even though it might not look, you know, the perfect way or whatever.
But I was going to say as well, I think that's another positive. I don't know if you felt it, but because of the fact she had to have quite a few checks and stuff, she was handled by more people than we had hoped early on. Yeah. And it was fine, it had to happen. And watching all these professionals handle her, like, in my opinion, like quite roughly. Yeah. Because like when you have a newborn, you think you've got to be like, ah.
Exactly, and
it gave you confidence, didn't it? Because they were kind of just not throwing her about, but like compared to how I thought you had to treat them, throwing her about, and I was 100%. Like, this is great. She's not that fat. Not, you know, she's fragile.
No, the more you kind of titter and tatter and like wobble her about, so she doesn't like that as much as just acting confident and feeling confident and just
like putting her sleep suit on. It's like, just get it on.
Just get it on.
Do the whole
because and then she doesn't even cry because she's just like, just put my sleep suit on. Anyway, she's happy as Larry, feeding away. We're just so happy.
It's been amazing, isn't it? You know, bring on the sleepless nights. I feel like, yes, we are a little bit tired from last night, but it was actually a really positive first night. It was. And the midwife has just come, and like we said, and she said that maybe tonight would be tough because this is when like your milk really starts coming in, and whatever it was called before, which I forgot.
Well, your colostrum.
Your colostrum turns into your milk.
And your milk comes in. Baby goes a bit crazy.
Cluster feeds quite a lot. So she said tonight you might be up a lot cluster feeding. But last night we were up quite a lot. So maybe it's going to be like last night tonight. Because
my boobs feel heavy today and felt sore last night. So I definitely think my milk's coming in or already started to come in. But yeah, tonight she could end up cluster feeding a lot. But it's just good to know these things because then you're like, okay, that makes total sense. I'll be fine if she's up every half an hour or whatever.
Yeah. Anyway, it's been amazing.
Can't turn off the camera, I've only got one hand.
Good. I'll turn it off for you. Oh. So it's now a bit later, we've just been chilling. How many times am I going to go and call Amber Mila? Mila's our dog, for those of you who don't know. Mila's currently with my parents, and we can't wait to have her back. We think we're probably going to have her back in the next couple of days, but we're just kind of getting slightly used to new parenthood to a human, before we have our eldest child, our little pupper, back. Which can't wait to introduce Mila and Amber. But we have both already called Amber Mila once. And I've also gone once. Yeah. So I can't wait for Mila to come and then just see who we call what. Anyway,
both of them chilling. I don't know what I was going to say. I just can't stop looking at her.
I know. Oh, she's so special.
I'm smelling her.
So yeah, we're kind of plans for vlogging are just all up in the air. We're going to upload just kind of probably some shorter videos rather than the really long videos that we were doing before. Little Amber. But we're just going to take it as it comes. We hope that you guys kind of enjoy whatever we put up. But yeah, we're just going to take the next couple of months as it comes, you know, through Carys' maternity and a bit of paternity leave. Oh, I love those words. Yeah, and just take it as it comes and vlog, whether that's one long vlog at the end of the week or like 2 or 3 throughout the week.
Yeah,
whatever will be, and that's kind of how we're going.
Be short, and then they're long, and then they're long, and then they're short. So we just whatever comes.
Exactly.
That's what we're doing. But look how cute she is.
I know. End of this vlog, guys. We're gonna say bye now, but we'll probably see you very soon in another video.
We will. Thank you so much.
So make sure you subscribe if you're new and turn your notices on so that you can stay up to date.
We love you guys.
Thanks so much for watching. See you soon. Bye.
Bye.
Bye there. We usually do that with Mila. How weird.